Now, as I mentioned, ex NYPD cop punched at his own Nashville birthday party after because he wore a red cap that was mistaken for a MAGA cap. He wasn't wearing a MAGA cap. Retired NYPD detective says a woman punched him in the face in Nashville. His own birthday party. And by the way, that former NYPD detective is now joining us. His name is Daniel Sprague. He is in New York. Detective, thank you very much for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Hello, Larry. How's everything?
Everything is great. What the hell happened, Daniel?
Well, my wife took me down to Nashville to celebrate my 50th, and she invited a bunch of my friends without me knowing and family. And then she gave me a nice shirt that had Making America Great Since 1970, a black shirt with American flag on it. And then she gave me a red hat that had Making 50 Great Again. And I put it on, I walked out, and I was walking around town, and then I ran into all my friends. And then we were walking around eating and doing stuff, and people looking at the hat, giving me thumbs up for it. You could see some people a little disgusted, but when they got closer and they saw that it was Making 50 Great, they'd wish me happy birthday. And that just happened all day.
Mm-hmm.
And in the bar, we're hanging out with everybody and talking and all that. And people, the same thing, coming up, you see the faces of the people that thought it was one thing and they were upset, but when they got closer, they read it and it was fine. And all of a sudden, I get pulled from the shoulder, and I'm in a conversation with my wife, and I'm talking to her, so I keep my face on her as I'm spinning because I just thought it was one of my friends, like, hey, come here for a minute. And when I started turning my head, I just got cold-cocked by this woman, and she ripped the hat off my head, and she's holding the hat, screaming, how dare you, how dare you? And the bouncers at the security, not bouncers, the security at the place was phenomenal, top-notch. They were there within a second, split it all up. But they took her out the front, and they took me out the back. And when my wife was calling the police, and we were like, hold her, we need her name and everything, they said she left already. So once she went out, she disappeared.
So did the police come and take a report?
We waited a little while. I don't know if it was busy, so we just went in the morning, and I made a report, and I've been in contact with the detective handling it. They're in contact with the bar in the process of getting the tapes to start, reviewing it and seeing if we can get a positive ID on the woman.
Daniel Sprague, you said she cold-cocked you. Was it like she balled up her fist and punched you like Vin Diesel?
It was definitely a closed fist. And,
wow.
She gave me a really good gash where I probably should have gotten stitches, but I didn't go to get them. But it either she had a ring on or maybe, she had something in her hands, like maybe the keys were sticking out or something. But there was just definitely, there was weight to it. So either A, she's very athletic and into like mixed martial arts or something because the punch was definitely a solid punch. Or she did have something in her hand making it much more of a solid punch where it was capable of either really tearing the skin up the way it did or she had something pointed out.
Detective, I bet you thought New York was tough. Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
And I thought I was going to God's country, and